Motor Week, television's original automotive magazine. Brought to you by
Rock Auto has auto parts from hundreds of manufacturers. No matter what customers drive, they can purchase online from a comprehensive selection of brands, prices, and specifications. RockAuto.com. All the parts your car will ever need.
This time when we stop by Goss's Garage, we know Pat has plans to make sure we come to a complete and safe halt.
No, John, this is not a luscious drink. Actually, what this is DOT 5 brake fluid that we have put into a blender to simulate what goes on in a car with ABS brakes and DOT 5 silicone fluid. You see that foam on the top? Well, if that was in your ABS system, your pedal would sink closer to the floor, your stopping distance would increase, and you would be in trouble. Never use DOT 5 fluid in an ABS-equipped car. Now, if you look at an ABS system, all of this looks pretty complicated, but really, it's not all that bad. Come over here, and here are some of the basics. This is a wheel speed sensor. It's mounted back in by the axle of the vehicle, and it rides very close to this tone ring on the end of the axle. Now you see each one of those teeth on the tone ring as the axle rotates. It sends a signal through the sensor back to the ABS computer. If one of the wheels is turning noticeably slower than the rest of them while the brakes are applied, the computer senses that and it reduces the braking pressure on the slowest turning wheel to keep it from locking up. All right, now what are some of the things that can go wrong with this system? Well, many of them are very, very simple. Go off-road, get into some mud, and you may find that these tone rings get clogged with crud. So you clean them out. Another thing that happens lots of times is metal filings from worn out brakes or from doing brake work. They collect in here. You have an ABS light, and the only thing that's really necessary, just clean the tone rings. So don't overlook that. Also, you say that, you know, brake fluid, you can look at it and you can tell that it's good or bad. Well, yeah, you could look at it, and if it's really discolored or nasty looking, it's bad and the brake system needs to be flushed. But just because it looks good doesn't mean it is good. If you look at these two jars, they look pretty much the same. You'd be hard-pressed to tell there was a problem, yet this jar is 50% water and 50% brake fluid. So, rule is, flush the brake system every 2 years. Every 6 months, use a test strip like this to check the condition of the fluid, and if it fails before the 2 years, flush the brake system. Now, by doing this, you'll drive a safer car, and you'll prevent a lot of the moisture-related damage to the hydraulic system of your car, and that's going to save you money. And if you have a question or comment, drop me a line right here at Motor Week.
Motor Week has been brought to you by
Rock Auto has auto parts from hundreds of manufacturers. No matter what customers drive, they can purchase online from a comprehensive selection of brands, prices, and specifications. RockAuto.com. All the parts your car will ever need.